In today's highly competitive business environment, companies are increasingly relying on employees, not products, to drive sales, spur growth, and inspire innovation. Yet many companies are coasting on old-style HR systems, practices, and infrastructure with limited capabilities. While standard modules such as recruiting, onboarding, and training are still key components, forward-thinking HR professionals are transforming their outdated HCM systems into cloud-based social and data-driven systems.
Let's look at some of the trends that are reshaping HCM. Let's start with reaching for the cloud. Years ago, selecting a software tool often came down to whether you wanted to purchase the servers and hardware necessary to support an on-premise system, or to turn to a third-party provider for a hosted and managed tool. Nowadays, however, cloud-based solutions are very much the way to go, especially for companies looking for a turnkey implementation. In fact, earlier this month at Oracle's new HCM Management Conference in Las Vegas, Oracle CEO Larry Ellison took to the stage to demonstrate its own HCM software, which manages internal communications and talent recruiting and other systems in the cloud. Ellison claims the technology was inspired by social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter, and described, quote-unquote, a new generation of competitors that are small but agile within the cloud offerings that more closely resemble the Amazons and Salesforces of the world rather than Big Blue or Microsoft. To be certain, in the cloud software promises to save companies a fortune in outside systems integration, as well as lower costs and increased functionality. In fact, experts estimate that as much as 30 to 60% of HR IT costs can be shed by leveraging cloud solutions. Another trend that's really reshaping HCM is the emergence of social. Your old high school friends are the only ones frequenting social media channels like Facebook and Twitter. As more and more professionals take to these channels, organizations are discovering the need to establish a presence in the places where their top talent is hanging out and engage them appropriately. In fact, a 2013 social recruiting survey conducted by JobVite found that 78% of recruiters made a hire through social media, and 94% said they planned to use social media and recruiting talent for business this year. That's a high percentage. In the past, HR tried adding social capabilities to existing HR applications, but had little success with this approach. So vendors such as Oracle are trying a new approach. Oracle Workforce Reputation Management, for example, provides organizations with insight into the social reputation and influence of its workforce. For example, companies can promote their in-house talent via social media channels, thereby enticing others to join their team. Other companies are leveraging social media to monitor employee social media policy compliance or mitigate social media risks. And some HR departments are simply bolstering their profiles of job candidates using external networks like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Craigslist. Regardless of their approach, socially driven HCM is helping HR build a richer and more accurate profile of its workforce and potential employees with impressive results. And finally, the third trend that's really reshaping HCM is the rise of big data. Possibly surpassing cloud's trendiness and social's popularity is the hoopla surrounding big data. From trade magazine headlines to slick marketing collateral, there's no escaping the buzz around workforce analytics, as it's also known. That's because big data promises to help HR identify talent and predict workforce trends with startling accuracy. HR analytics works by gathering precious HR data from work history to satisfaction scores and feeding this information into advanced computer models. Using sophisticated algorithms, these models churn out insights that HR leaders can use to make critical decisions. Some of these might be, is it time for us to tweak our commission structure to drive sales, or should we invest more heavily in training to curb high attrition rates? By making workforce analytics a part of an HCM system, companies can better recruit talent, close skills gaps, anticipate labor trends, and early identify team leaders and laggards based on comprehensive data. So, for example, by identifying top employees that are just on the brink of leaving a company in the nick of time, promising them bonuses or sweetening the compensation pot, HR analytics can save a company millions of dollars in lost talent. Another application of big data is anticipating performance. HR analytics can predict performance by identifying workers with strong leadership qualities or flagging those that are unlikely to mesh with the company's corporate culture. In fact, by better matching job applicants to the right positions, companies can dramatically enhance performance and boost revenue. But slicing and dicing big data takes time, practice, and expertise. These factors business leaders often overlook when pressuring HR and IT leaders to embrace analytics. In fact, according to research firm Ventana, 79% of organizations cite staffing and training as obstacles to big data analytics. Part of the problem is that the HR function itself is typically not an analytic function. Another challenge is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to workforce analytics. Varying descriptions of job titles and turnover rates, business priorities, they can stand in the way of standardization. As a result, organizations looking to reap value from their workforce data often need to invest heavily in data cleansing, customization, and skills training.